What's going on, everyone? Alim here from Ambitious Labs, and I wanted to make this video to finally put out there to the world that I'm starting the process of selling my app virally. This is an app that I came up with in the middle of the night, literally at 2 o'clock in the morning while I was working my day job. I used Flutterflow to build the front end of the app, wire it up with Firebase, and then I integrated with ChatGPT API, and I built the first ever AI social media assistant in October of 2022. There were literally no other AI apps in the App Store. I was one of the first ones, and I knew that there was a gap in the market because I saw older players like Jasper AI and Copy AI blow up. People were going crazy for generative AI, but this was before ChatGPT actually came out. So using Flutterflow, I whipped up this app called Virally, got it up on the App Store in literally a few weeks, and then literally overnight I was getting downloads. I was getting downloads mostly because the App Store search organic reach is incredible. Like literally when people search like go viral on the App Store or like AI social media or like social media AI coach, like the search keywords are so strong for Virally, and I got up there so early that I had a great advantage, and I've just been getting a ton of users literally every day. So in this video, I just wanted to show you the process of how I'm going about selling my app virally on acquire.com. So as I was getting a lot of users in the beginning, I quickly monetized the app by charging a $29.99 to $69.99 annual subscription using RevenueCat. So Flutterflow has a built-in integration with RevenueCat. You can literally just, in a few clicks, hook up RevenueCat with Flutterflow, set your yearly and annual subscriptions, and just honestly start getting people to pay for your app. So this is how the app looks inside of Flutterflow. I did have a bunch of features that I wanted to update, but never really got around to it. So this is literally an app that I built using a drag and drop tool. I did write code for my backend, but honestly, I could have pulled it off without writing code too. I just come from a developer background, so like writing code was a little bit intuitive to me, but my backend server is really simple. It's literally just one REST API call that you could have wired up using like Xano or something else. So yeah, this is my app in Flutterflow. I literally dragged and dropped and put this whole thing together. I do have some logic for like a spin counter. My business model was you get 3 free uses, and then after that, you encounter this paywall. Looks kind of like this, where you can subscribe for a weekly or a yearly. As of today, the app in the store only has a yearly subscription, and I'm getting most of my users through organic App Store. I can even show you my Google Analytics a bit. We do get a good amount of users every single day. I have a handful of users who are returning. So here you can see my Google Analytics for Virally. Actually had a huge spike in users this week. 42 users on the day. This user wasn't even me. Most of my users are from the United States, so I have a really good country buying power. So, the person who is acquiring this app honestly should be pretty excited, because not many apps have this type of tier 1 traffic. So for us to have this type of tier 1 traffic is awesome. So 144 users for the week, new users 65. I don't know what's going on, but there must be a spike. So yeah, that's kind of what my usage looks like. So as far as the acquisition goes, I've posted it on acquire.com. Here's a bit about what my listing looks like. I'm asking 5 figures. I'm asking 2 times my annual revenue. I'm asking 2.6 times my annual revenue. Going to my messages here, I've already gotten a ton of inquiries, people requesting access to my app's details. What I did to make the process a bit easier is I created a Loom video that's actually a video of me explaining some really in-depth details. I made an app disclosure document that's essentially a PowerPoint that goes over some really critical details of my app. Like my numbers, what's included in the sale, my strategy for acquiring users. And this type of package is usually how you sell a business, whether it's a small app like Virally or it's a huge company. While I was negotiating acquisition with my other startup in 2020, we created a huge disclosure document like this to literally disclose all the information about the company so that the acquirer had everything they needed to know about purchasing the product. And my family comes from small business acquisitions too. We do brick and mortar businesses, and I've seen acquisitions and how those types of businesses trade as well. And typically it's the same thing. You have a disclosure document that indicates all the revenue, the intellectual property, what's included in the sale, and pretty much all the information that one would need to facilitate a transaction, right? because it's in the buyer's best interest to know exactly what's going on, and it's in the seller's best interest to clearly communicate that information to facilitate a successful transaction. So those are two things I did to make the process easier. I do come from a background of, third generation entrepreneurs, so this type of stuff is a bit more intuitive to me. But in our program, Dreams into Apps, and in the resources we have in our learning dashboard, inside of our course on how to build apps with no code, we have a ton of information on this. I even give you the full template for an app disclosure package and an entire course on how to actually sell an app and what to price your app, how you can go about getting the right traction to position your app for a sale. Some people are out here in our community, in our learning platform, building apps with the intent of selling it. And so nowadays with tools like acquire.com, it's very, very easy to actually get your app out there for sale. And there's a ton of sharks out there who are looking for apps like Virally, very niche apps that they can literally take all their resources, like their cash, their ability to run paid acquisition, which means paid advertising, and be able to take your app to the next level. So the hardest part is actually identifying niches that have yet to be tapped into. And that's what I got to do really well with Virally. I identified that there was a gap in the market. I built an app quickly. I got to the top of the ranks on App Store search. And we did run some paid ads. We threw a few $1,000s in experimentation running paid ads. We were very, very close to getting it profitable, but we didn't quite get there consistently. So someone who's acquiring this app can now see the growth potential. They might have hundreds of thousands of dollars, or they might have huge lines of credit or accounts at large advertising platforms that they can leverage. So if somebody can run paid ads against Virally and increase the traffic, increase the sales, and optimize the conversion rate, they could potentially turn this into a money machine. But what they're buying from me is not my revenues, really. They're buying the validated space. So I validated that there's a need for an AI social media product. I validated that there are paying customers for this. And I built an app that has brand equity. So by seeing all these three things, if they can come in with some money, with some resources, they can actually take this thing to 7 figures easily. Or if you're a hobbyist and you also know how to do these things, say you have a good bankroll for advertising, or you know how to build really strong features, a hobbyist could come in here and buy this as well and turn this into a passive income machine. So your job, our jobs as no-code developers, is to identify niches, build very simple products that can penetrate the market, get some validation, and then using sites like acquire.com, we can actually go sell them for 5 figures. Virally's doing about 4 figures a month of revenue. And so, if something's doing 4 figures a month, even doing 3 figures a month, you can actually get a good multiple for it. So if you're interested in learning more about how to build apps without coding, say you have a really good niche that you already know about and you know how you would get your product into the market, definitely reach out. We can show you how you can build your own AI SaaS products that you can monetize, or you can enroll in our Dreams into Apps program, where we'll coach you on how to take your idea and build it using cutting edge no code tools and launch, monetize, or even sell it. So this is what we do at Ambitious Labs. We're a virtual academy for teaching people how to build apps without writing code. I hope this was exciting for you. I'm super stoked to see where this acquisition ends up. I'll definitely be loud about it. We'll be posting more updates as I have them. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you in another video.